Good evening, everybody. We are preparing for these awful storms that are coming our way. I hope that everyone comes out all right. I know Tornado Alley has awoke and unfortunately is ravishing the middle of our country right now. But these nasty storms are headed directly to us. We are currently waiting to see what's going to happen so we can decide to seek shelter or stay home. The kids are asleep. My wife and I just came out here. I wanted to show you all. Maybe I can, yeah, there we go, move my hand enough. We have braced every single hutch, and we are barricading the car, I guess is what you'd call it. Give me just a second to latch this back, so if I don't, I'll have horses in there, and that just does not mix well. So give me just one moment, guys. I do apologize. Okay. Sorry about that. My lands. That is a struggle with one hand. And even trying to hold something in the hand to do that. But that's the wife's car right now. These are gym mats. And we're trying to protect the sunroof. The windshield's already cracked. We don't want to make it any worse than what it already is. Hopefully that will be enough. One prediction heading to us, they were getting 2-inch hail, and now it has went down to nothing hail, and we're just not going to take any chances. The truck will just be exposed. If I didn't have the horses that needed to get into the shelter over here, I would have just drove the car up into the shelter. But everybody on this side of the farm has shelter. Charlotte is probably the only one I'm really worried about over here, because all that can blow in on her. I have the metal rolled out. I did that today. It's 9 foot and it comes almost to the end down here. We'll have to figure out something else to cover this corner and then the back side back there as well. But I can't fight that up by myself. It's got to be cut down to a minimum of 7 foot, and it's going to take a minute to get that up. But yeah, Miss Charlotte here is the only one that I'm really concerned about. Her pen floods, and well, that's the only barrier I have for her right now. She's snoozing away. Hopefully you guys can see that. Let me try to clean the camera real quick, guys. Give me just a second. And I disturbed her, poor girl. I'm sorry, baby. I'm just talking to the people. So, the emu have their shelter here they can get into. Right now, they are most likely laying up there in the top corner. That's where they like to be. And I'm pretty sure I can see at least one of them up there. And here's Mr. Wilbur, guys. Oh, that is horrible. That is horrible. You guys can't, I can't zoom in on that. Oof. But anyway, he's right there in his shelter, guys, and I am sorry you cannot see that very well. But I assure you, he is in his shelter, and he will be okay. The emu, like I said, are up there. You can't see them, I can. We are looking straight up into the corner. I'm standing at the gate, and they're up there in their favorite corner. Now when the weather hits, they will be moving into here, I have no doubt. And while we're out here, I am going to go ahead and do what I should have done earlier. And I'm sorry, Wilbur. I'm sorry, buddy. You're okay. We are going to move their feeder. They have a little bit left in there that will be gone by morning, except for probably the alfalfa pellets. I haven't been putting it in here a whole lot just because it is a wet and mushy mess in here. I don't have a way to clean this out right now, and man, I am dying to be able to do it. But yeah, there we go. That is hung up right there, and they'll be far enough from the outside that most likely they won't have a whole lot to deal with. They will have a lot of water probably rushing in. Before the map updated, it was calling for upwards of 29 inches of precipitation an hour. Nonetheless, I am predicting this storm is going to drop a lot of water. So we are trying to be as prepared as we can for hail or a lot of rainfall. I already had Dakota out earlier today so he could graze, and I have left him out just because of the weather that's coming in. They're saying it's only going to be 30-mile-an-hour winds, but they are predicting that we could have up to 60-mile-an-hour gusts just because of the mass of the storm. This is a massive supercell that is coming at us, and it's got 60 to 70-mile-per-hour winds up top. And I watched this supercell earlier come across Oklahoma. It has been tornado warned. I'm waiting to see if it's going to happen here. We do not have tornado sirens. I have to wait on radar for the storm to get close enough and see what it's doing and hope that I make the right decision, because our shelter is 10-minute drive away, and with the kids having school in the morning, we try to let them get their sleep as much as possible. But I have raised my children to know when I come in the middle of the night and I say get up, that means get up. They are up. They are a little bit freaked out, as any child should be, but we calmly and collectively, as quickly as possible, get out of the house. And we already have a to-go bag ready in the truck to take with us. It's got a change of clothes in it, things like that. So the main thing we're going to grab is phone chargers, and I've already got my headlamp on, but we'll usually throw all of our flashlights, spotlights, whatever we can in that bag on the way to shelter. And that's pretty much it. I was carrying my chainsaw with me, but I'm a little iffy of having it under my kids' feet in the back of the truck. So I don't have a case for it, and I'm not going to leave it in the back of my truck in the weather to get all rusty and things like that. But the luck we have, the shelter we go to, they get large amounts of food and things from a big food bank, and they distribute that through the school to children every week, and we call it backpack blessings. And they would be able to provide food and shelter, and at least something to drink for a few days if necessary. So that is the awesome thing about that. We don't have to worry about taking stuff like that with us, because if we absolutely had to, we could use that commissary if need be. So they are a storm shelter for the area. I will take my truck over there. I volunteer to leave it out by the road. I'll turn my light on top to draw attention, and we put a sign out letting people know that the shelter is open. So we do everything we can to let people know we're there. It's the basement of a church, and probably one of the safer places you could be. So we do have a plan in place. We're just waiting to see if we really need to go or not. I usually have about a 20 to 30 minute good notice. If it's 20 to 30 minutes a drive away from me and it's tornado warned, we're going to shelter. I don't wait for it to get any closer than that to make that decision. But I'm not worried about the meat chickens. That thing's pretty heavy. I've got a cinder block on top that holds the lid down, and I think they will be just fine. But everything else has a shelter here. Unfortunately, we can't take all the inside animals with us to the shelter. And I hate to be this way, but I honestly don't know that I would. That's a lot. Now, letting them outside, that's a different story, because animals can fend for themselves. That's why I've let the horses out. They are free. If they end up going through the fence trying to get away from whatever they have to get away from, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. The community is not going to hold it against me because my animals had to run from a storm. We will have shelter, or we will have aid if that happens. I can guarantee somebody would be willing to help us capture them and bring them back home, or even give us a temporary spot to give us time to mend fence and things like that. But that's about it, guys. God bless you. I will tune back in, and we'll see what we get this time, because this is a pretty big supercell. It has been traveling quite a ways to get here, and radar looked like it was going to build back up by the time it got here. So I don't know. It's kind of one of those things with radar. It could be a glitch in the radar, or it may actually potentially break up over top of us, but it's still going to be strong north and south of us. So we're just going to wait and see what happens. But nonetheless, we are preparing, and I'm going to get back in here, keep an eye on the radar and alerts and all that. We ended up moving, and we cannot find our weather radio scanner. So unfortunately, I don't have a weather radio to listen to right now. So I rely on my gut, and like I said, when it gets close enough, I know what I'm doing. I don't second guess with these storms. So I hope you all are safe. We have done everything we can to help barricade and protect what we can, and all we can do is hope. So my heart goes out to anybody that has completely lost their home or anything else to these storms, because that is just, I can't imagine. I've lost everything before, but I've never had my house flattened, and you know, that's it's tragic, and I'm really sorry for your losses. I know there's insurance that covers things like that, but that doesn't mend you know, what was lost. And you know how it is. There's still a weight there no matter what. Unfortunately, we're not covered here because we got to get this house in shape. And even then, I don't know if they'll cover a house this old. So, yeah, we just got to hope that we don't get hit. And yeah, we'll see you guys. I'll be back in the morning, hopefully, God willing, and we'll see what happens.